Welcome to the Kingdompreneur Life Podcast with your hosts, Doreen and Pat Martin. Doreen and Pat became Kingdompreneurs after being in full-time ministry with Bishop T.D. Jakes. They've raised two out-of-the-box thinkers, Elisha and Hannah, that caught the entrepreneurial bug at the early age of 15. Pat, also known as CP, is a real estate investor, speaker, author, and coach. Doreen, or Raw Doreen as some know her, is a board-certified holistic health practitioner and business strategist. Together, they became top income earners in their network marketing company. They are passionate about giving you tools, ideas, and inspiration to take action in your business and spiritual life. Each week, they'll bring you an inspiring person or message to help you live a God-centered, holistic life that is uncluttered and rich with purpose. And now here's your hosts, Doreen and Pat.
Okay, welcome to episode number 21 of Kingdompreneur Life Podcast. And this podcast is titled what, honey?
It's titled The One Thing that can make all the difference, or a big difference.
We're going to talk a little bit today about adding into your life that one thing. So many times, in my health coaching practice, people get so overwhelmed, and I know you have had this issue too. You have a big goal, you have a desire to change, and you just get overwhelmed because it looks so big. I remember you used to say, babes, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time, right?
Yeah.
So today, let's focus in on that one thing we can add to our life, not take away, right? But add to our life that can make a difference. What is that one thing maybe that the Lord has been tapping you on the shoulder about, that He wants you to add into your life to help you in your journey of health and wellness? A big thing that I like to work with my clients on is adding in one green juice a day.
I didn't know I was your client because you make me drink the wheatgrass. You make it up for me and you just put it in front of me. And by the way, I like the taste of it. It's really good. And I actually love how it makes me feel.
Yeah, so one thing that, being down here in Ecuador, we've had to change our food lifestyle because, one, everything is not available to us here. You have to kind of eat seasonally, which we did in the States, but really you're eating what's available in the market, and you're making up a meal as to what's being sold in the market that day. Okay, so it's not like you can plan your meals here because it just doesn't work that way. So one of the things that we decided that we were going to do to stay healthy, and this is a simple thing that everybody can do, is add in one green shot of wheatgrass. And the reason why we do wheatgrass is because we only have to take 3 to 4 ounces first thing in the morning on an empty stomach. Gives you the nutrition of about 2.5 pounds of fresh vegetables. Okay, so first of all, if we get it in first thing in the morning, we've now met the requirement that our body needs to consume vegetables, right? We need 10 servings of fruits and vegetables. Well, we just consumed it in the first thing in the morning with 3 ounces of wheatgrass. And it's simple, easy to do, and boom, we've given our body the nutrients that it needs to thrive. Simple, but effective, yes?
Well, I'll agree with that, but I disagree with you on when you talked about, babe, about it's we don't have everything that we need. It's like, yes, I have everything. I love shrimp. We're right here on the beach, so camarones. I get camarones every day of the week. There's not a season for shrimp. I can get my fish. I can get my langostino and my arroz blanco, my white rice, all that. So I'm very, very satisfied because I happen to like seafood.
Well, we also eat differently. I like to eat raw until 4. That's like a big thing. Raw until 4, and then eat a decent meal. So for me, in getting raw until 4, I like to have like some kale, a kale salad, some greens.
Okay.
The greens are really hard to come by here. They just are.
No, but I like that butter lettuce they have down here.
Yeah, but I don't get that locally.
Oh.
I have to go an hour or so away to get that lettuce.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. So anyway, you have to adjust to where you live. You have to adjust to the season that God has us in. And right now, the season that God has me in, I don't even have my juicer here. Okay, so I can't even juice green juice. So if I go an hour away, I can buy fresh pressed juice, and I have my Vitamix here. So I do sometimes make green juice. I'll blend up some kale and things that I can get from the big market.
Right.
But I freeze it in ice cubes.
Ah, okay, yeah.
So that it doesn't go bad. And so that I have it, if I want to make a smoothie, I just take a kale ice cube out, put that in to make my smoothie.
And she does. We have green ice cubes in in the freezer.
And the latest craze right now is this celery juice, okay? Everybody's drinking fresh celery juice in the morning because it heals the gut and it's, good for digestive issues. Well, I can't even get celery here at all. There's no celery here in town ever.
Not in our local little town, and
no.
it's even hard to get in our bigger city.
So what I've learned is being here, I have to adjust. Cannot be so rigid in my beliefs about how I need to feed my body, but I need to do the best that I can with what I have. And getting that wheatgrass shot first thing in the morning is one thing that has been really beneficial for both of us. So for us,
and even the kids.
Yeah, they don't do it every day, but they do it. So adding in one green drink a day, whatever that is for you, try just adding that in so your body gets some nutrients that it needs, live nutrition that it needs. Okay, babes, what else we want to talk about? And the one thing.
Well, here's just a list of some things I wrote down is our family night. But before I even get to that, just taking a moment, which has made a big difference for us, taking a moment to acknowledge God, to start our day off. And even after we get up and have our coffee, we do a few things, and then I really enjoy doing that harvest growth time where we take some time ourselves and we connect with each other, and then we go through some scriptures, we pray together and so forth. But having that time where it's our spiritual time, where we take that moment with God. I think that one thing makes a huge difference. And am I perfect with it? Absolutely not. Are there some days that go by that I don't do it? You bet. But it is taking that consistency to do that for me makes a difference.
Okay, so adding in a spiritual time with the two of us. We have our spiritual time separately.
Yeah. But
we decided one of the things that we also do since we've been living here is having that time together seeking the Lord. So yeah, adding that in.
Well, back in the States, our life was so hectic, so busy because we had so much stuff going on that when we got up, we hit the ground running before we even got out of bed. I know that sounds crazy, but because there were just so much, we just didn't take the time like we should have. And because it was, oh man, we'll do it later, we'll do it later. I think too, that one thing, the family night. The family night has been a big deal.
Yep, so that was another thing that we added to our one thing was have one night a week where you can't schedule anything, the kids can't schedule anything, we can't schedule anything because we are going to sit down as a family and have dinner together, and we all help to make dinner, we all help cleaning up, and we have that connection time when we're connecting with each other, and that has been, the kids love it, absolutely love it, and we love it too.
Yeah.
Gives us time to really connect with our kids.
And find out, what's going on with them and so forth. And then for us, our Wednesday date night at the Wave.
Yep. So, we added in a date night. So that's one thing we added in was, okay, Wednesday night is a date night. It's taco night at this local restaurant in town.
But it's not Taco Tuesday, it's Taco Wednesday.
Taco Wednesday. So we like to go there, and they have, clean food, and it's really good. So yeah, we added in a date night, making sure we keep our connection, our relationship going.
And sometimes when we have our Wednesday wave night, we do have kids, And then we do have our extended children. Many of them are Venezuelans here, and they'll see us, and just like Jesus saw us, he's like, Papa Patricio, and they come up and sit with us, and we do have to adjust our time, because we know, even though it's our wave night, it's our Wednesday wave night, we know that there's a chance that we'll have some extras that will see us and sit down with us and join in, and then they're like, hey, I need to order something, and we end up getting blessed enough to pay for their dinners.
Yeah, right.
Papa Patricia, I'm hungry. Okay, well, get something to eat.
Right, exactly.
Okay.
So what else? So what can you add in? One thing you can add into your life if you're having a relationship issue? Maybe it's a date night. If you're having some health challenges, maybe it's adding in one green drink. If it's not having enough time to connect with your kids, maybe it's having a one night for family dinner night.
Family dinner, and then we play the Skippo or the Uno and stuff like that afterwards.
Exercise. So if you're struggling with your health and maybe you want to exercise, maybe getting to the gym. For me, getting to the gym, I don't like it. I'm just going to tell you the truth. I do not like it. I don't enjoy it. So I'm not going to do it, but I'm going to find something that I enjoy doing. And I found this 5-minute bursting exercise that I do. It's on audio. I put my 5-minute audio headset on, and I go out on my deck here and I do exercise for 5 minutes, and that's good. I'm adding that one thing in, which is 5 minutes of exercise. It's better than no exercise at all. And of course, we also ride our bike and we walk a lot here, but this is just dedicated 5 minutes of bursting exercise. And I know you do your weekly exercise. You make sure that you get your soccer in.
Well, tell them about TRX, because you like to do TRX. That's not my favorite thing to do. I go to the gym twice a week. But tell them about TRX.
Well, yeah, so I have TRX here too, but I'm not as diligent as doing the TRX just because I'm not. I've been trying to be diligent in doing the bursting exercise and not so much the TRX because I don't have it mounted the way I need to have it mounted. TRX is this strap thing that you can do pull-ups and push-ups and all kinds of different, and squats and stuff with it. It's a great. I like doing it myself, but I also love going to the gym. So I go to the local gym here twice a week, and I play soccer. And it's called football down here, but so I play South American football. Soccer, I play that at least twice a week. And when the weather gets nicer, which we're coming into our sunny season right now, I love getting out in, my friends down here will get up, we play beach soccer in football de la playa. So we get on the beach and play and kick the ball around. It's just fun. You get out there, you sweat your butt off. Also, 2 days ago, I was out there body surfing after I took a jog on the beach. I love to jog on the beach. I jog on the beach 2 or 3 times a week with my little 4-legged Stasi, and I do 4 miles. And then I'd like to jump in the water, jump in the waves, because it's right in front of our house here, the ocean is, and we go body surfing and jump in the water, and we just love it. We have that. That's why one of the reasons why we moved down here. Yeah, you're really good. You're really good about that. Getting to the gym and getting your soccer on. That's really good.
Well, it's the cardio, because I feel like if I don't keep up with it, then you lose it. For me, at my age, I lose it too fast if I don't stay up with it. So, and there's times that Doreen gets angry with me. She's, you're going out jogging. Whether make whatever a priority, you always go out. Well, I just hate to lose out on it because I've put too much time and effort to get back into shape.
Great job throwing me under the bus. Love that.
Did you like that?
Yes, I did.
I didn't think they were listening.
I don't get mad at you for jogging. Don't say that. I get mad at you for jogging.
No, you get mad at for me that I don't take more time with you sometimes, or for if we're going to go do something or whatever. You're like,
yeah,
you can make time.
If we got to go somewhere and then you're like, well, I can't go because I got to go jogging or whatever.
Well, because I like to jog when it's low tide, and if I don't jog on low tide, then it's harder to jog.
So again, one thing What is that one thing that you know that God wants you to start to shift?
Jog on the beach at low tide.
Start to change so that it can make a difference in your life. Don't just settle for the rat race, the everyday, doing the same thing and expecting a different result. If you know that you've got health issues, if you know that you've got relationship issues, if you know that things aren't going well with the kids, you got to stop what you're doing because it's not working, and you've got to start to add in maybe one thing that can make this shift or this turning point in whatever area that is that you want to course correct.
Don't wait for the crisis. If you wait for the crisis, you waited too long. You wait for the crisis in your marriage, hey, you're going to divorce court.
And we used to do that too. You and I used to go from crisis to crisis to crisis to crisis. You remember? Like, that's how we lived our lives. Like, when a crisis in our relationship would happen, then we were like, okay, we need to focus on that. We need to spend more time. We need to go on date. Like, we would correct. And we would correct for a little while, and then it would get back into crisis mode.
Well, because life was living us, and we weren't living life. We weren't living the laptop lifestyle. We weren't de-junk. We had too much stuff going on in our lives, and we were surviving. We weren't living. And that's the difference. That's why we're here. And that's why we're doing the podcast, to help people get to the place that they're no longer surviving life, that they're living life and doing what's important and doing what matters and doing what they would really enjoy doing. You know, if jogging, running, just find that thing that you enjoy doing and live life.
Yeah. And that is the key, what you just said. Find out what you really enjoy. If you are doing things day to day that you do not enjoy, stop. Stop doing them. I've gone so far as I have people that I've seen on Facebook or people that I were connected on Facebook or Instagram, whatever, that I don't particularly care for. I've unfriended. It's okay to unfriend. It's okay to unfollow. If you no longer get joy out of seeing their posts or seeing, stop. Just stop. Change. Only do what brings you joy, what brings you happiness. Life is way too short to be just doing things that you aren't happy about doing.
Well, you call it decluttering, and you're de-junking your Facebook. You're getting rid of the junk or the FOD. The foreign object debris on the runway. We're getting rid of the FOD in our lives.
I even go, there's, you get sponsored ads, coming through your Facebook. You get sponsored ads coming through your Instagram. There's this one ad that was just irritating me, and I don't know why I didn't block the ad or hide the ad, but it just kept coming through. And it's this stupid face app that you can download to make your face perfect. And, it's like an app that you would load your photo in, and then you could make yourself perfect. You could make your face perfect. You can make your body perfect. And you can fine-tune yourself before you post your actual picture. And I would
Really?
Yes. I was like, every time I would see this ad,
hey, send it my way. I want to work on that.
Every time I would see this ad, I would get so frustrated. I was like, why are they programming people to want to be perfect? And then finally I was just like, block. I'm not going to get this ad anymore in my feed because it was so irritating to me see this.
That's the Facebook conspiracy. They're listening into our, because, I don't know about you guys, but have you ever talked about something and next thing you know, something pops up, that ad pops up for the very thing you were talking about yesterday or 2 hours ago? That's a conspiracy thing, hon. You must have been talking about it or something.
No, it's just that they're, again, trying to program us to have to portray this perfect life, to be perfect people, and it's a bunch of garbage. So
I think you hit it on the head right there.
Yeah. We work really hard on deprogramming our kids and making sure our kids don't fall into that
trap.
Yeah, the trap of that stinking thinking of being perfect and portraying the perfect life and all of that. And you have to be at this level by this age, and you have to go to this school, and you have to, otherwise you're not. We deprogram our kids from all of that mess. So anyway, one thing, what's one thing that you can add into your life?
Well, I think we covered a lot of one things, but those one things that can make a big difference in our lives to make it better. And just doing a self-checkup.
Self-checkup. Oh, that's good. Self-checkup. What's one thing you can do? One thing.
Yeah, check in with yourself to find out what you can get rid of, what you can de-junk and declutter that's going to make you happy, and what you can add in that's going to make all the difference.
And, of course, seek first
the kingdom of God.
Yes.
Putting God first.
Put God first and ask Him to help you add into that one thing that you can add in to make better. But seeking Him first, of course, above all.
That's the big priority right there.
Amen.
Okay.
All right, baby, let's close it out. We'll see you all next week on the podcast, Kingdompreneur Life Podcast.
Ciao. Dios te bendiga.
Thank you for listening to the Kingdompreneur Life Podcast. Don't forget to join us next week for another inspiring episode. We'd love for you to head over to iTunes to subscribe and leave a review. We love reading all your comments. You can also connect with us on our websites. Pat is CoachPatMartin.com, just like it sounds, CoachPatMartin.com. And Doreen is found at RawDoreen.com. That's RAWDOREEN.com. You can download your free gift that will help you live life uncluttered and rich with purpose.